Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you the Sylvania electronic Dulux compact fluorescent lamp. This is obviously a very early electronic CFL, and I have many of these in my collection, but this is the first one that I've gotten that is in the original packaging for the Sylvania version. Obviously the same design was under the Sylvania and Osram name, obviously the same thing, but they had two different package designs, and I have an Osram version of the package up on my channel somewhere, and here's the Sylvania version. So these bulbs last an incredibly long time. I have some that have been used for, they have heavy hours on them, and they still work to this very day. So we can see some of the information here at the bottom: 900 lumens, 15 watts, and 10,000 hours. And these things do, at least in my experience, last that long. They're very high quality. Now you can notice here, Dulux, that's the same thing that Sylvania and Osram used for their PL bulbs, and that's essentially what these are PL bulbs on an electronic base, if I can talk correctly. And on the side here, we can get some information about where you can use the bulb, some visuals on how much it equals in brightness and life. And you can see I picked this up at Goodwill for 88 cents, and I remember stating in my Finds of the Day video that I thought that this was donated in 2013, but the more I look at this, I think it was 2018, and that part of the stamp just didn't have much ink on it, so it looks like a 3 instead of an 8. You can see the same thing here on the top. So, we obviously have another language on here, but the bottom of the box is missing, not a big deal. It's just very unique to find it in its packaging like this. So this bulb is very unique, and one of the reasons that I got it is because of something that was inside. So let's go ahead and see what is inside. Well, we have the bulb, so let's pull it out. There's something else still in there, and we'll get to that in a minute. Here's the receipt where I got this thing. Nothing special. We have the packaging here. This was a very good design because the tubes would fit here in the middle, and if the box got crushed, the triangular design would keep it from getting to the Dulux tubes here. So we have our caution stickers on the sides of the bulb, as usual for these. And Sylvania used a much bigger font than the Osram versions. But again, the same thing. 15watt CFL, all that happy stuff. And there you can see the construction. You can see these are kind of smushed together on this side a little bit. You can see where they connected them together here, where the phosphors don't really want to stick in that situation. Fantastic bulb. So, let's go ahead and see what else is inside of here. It is this. This is what I believe to be the original receipt for this bulb, because why else would you keep it in the same box? So, we can see it's a really old Menards receipt from Cedar Rapids. And this person bought, let's see, 1, 2, 6 of these bulbs for a total of $74.84. That's a lot of money for these bulbs back in the day, but that's what they went for. And I don't see, you know, the barcode's missing on this box, obviously, so I can't really match it up to make sure that it is the same thing, but it is a compact fluorescent light, no doubt. And I wonder if the person that had this ripped off the bottom because maybe there was a rebate for getting these bulbs. You can mail it into Sylvania or Menards. Menards is really big on their rebates. However, I don't remember it ever being you need to rip something off of the packaging. But anyway, really cool to see the original receipt. Even more interesting, back in the end of 1995. Very, very cool. So, there is the original receipt for these bulbs. Well, one of them. So anyway, let's go ahead and put it into our socket here. Let's give it a whirl. As you can see, when it first turns on, it likes to preheat down here. Not blink happy like a normal preheat, it is electronic, but it does preheat the electrodes and then starts. You can see that this particular bulb, being the first time I've ever turned this on actually, it needs some time to vaporize the mercury inside of the tubes. Now all the other versions that I have of this that have been well used turn on and get to full brightness very fast. So I think this one's just going to take a little bit, because it's never been turned on before, so it needs to vaporize everything inside. Another nice thing is that when they get older, you can see the mercury glow, the blue mercury down here, you know, as the arc continues through the lamp, which is pretty neat to see. But you can't really see it here. This bulb doesn't have high hours on it, obviously. Now when this bulb does get to full brightness, unfortunately it's like the middle of day here, so it's very bright outside. It definitely equals a 60 watt bulb, and as you can see here, so they do put out a very nice amount of light. Now these also came in a 40 watt equivalent and a 75 or 100 watt equivalent, if I remember correctly. I have all three versions. I can't remember if I made a video of all three versions. I might have, and it never really got uploaded. I'll have to look. But anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this historical video, I guess you could say, with the original receipt and the receipt when I got it. So, a little bit of history that I'll keep with this bulb. Anyway, once again, I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and also please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.